Planning is essential to all forms of cooking. We offer all of you talented and ambitious chefs the chance to free up both resources and time. Here is an opportunity to show that it is possible to remove one step of the process. For example, the purveyor who pre-cooks bacon or pork and then sells some more expensive products to the kitchens since they know they do not have the time to do all the cooking themselves. To give you that extra time so you can provide a better and tastier result. We challenge you to challenge us. Scrambled eggs. If you wish, use a liquid fat on iPinium tray. Use iPinium cover and preferably partial steam to avoid a gratinated surface. Stir after half the cooking time has passed so that you don't end up with an omelette. The cooking time is about 15 minutes with an oven temperature of 175 degrees centigrade. Baking. A great difference compared to a stainless steel container with a much improved fermentation effect in the oven, as well as swifter cooking. When it comes to baking, there are a number of deviances out of recommended temperature of 230 degrees centigrade. Sometimes 230 degrees is necessary to give the bread time to develop a nice color. In some cases, cooking times have gone from 45 minutes at 200 degrees centigrade to 18 to 20 minutes with the iPinium at 230 degrees. It is a good idea to use a thermometer and keep a 94 degrees centigrade inner temperature as a guideline when baking bread. Cakes. Grease the container if you wish. You don't need to use any breadcrumbs. Use the original temperature but shorten the cooking time, and you will usually end up with increased volume. If the container is not greased, you may have to wait until condensation develops. Then the cake will easily loosen from the container. This takes about a minute. For all types of puff pastry, you will get a shorter, better cooking process with crispier results and a greater volume. Cooking rice. With iPinium, you can reduce cooking time to about 18 minutes, to be compared with the traditional 30 to 35 minutes. 1.5 liters of water at an oven temperature of 100 degrees centigrade with full steam. This because iPinium heats the water much faster than a traditional stainless steel container. Root vegetables in the oven. Drizzle some oil over the root vegetables and season to taste. Cook the vegetables at 230 degrees centigrade for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on thickness. It's a good idea to stir after half the cooking time has passed. Cooking times are vastly reduced with iPinium. Baked potatoes. With iPinium spit cooker, you can expect a half cooking time. About 25 to 35 minutes at 230 degrees centigrade. Then just cut across the potato and serve with butter or a topping of your choice. Bread-coated fish. Defrost the fish or use fresh fish. To obtain the best results, make sure that as little water as possible remains. Bread the fish by turning it in whisked egg and then in breadcrumbs. Avoid flour to avoid a floury taste. especially if you plan not to turn the fish over during cooking. Coat one side of the fish in fat and place that side upwards so that the fat spreads over the entire fish while cooking. iPinium recommends turning the fish over or raising the temperature to 250 degrees centigrade so that the entire fish colors nicely. Pre-coated fish. Set the oven to 230 degrees centigrade instead of the recommended temperature. If the fish has been pre-cooked, turn one side in cooking fat and place that side upwards so that the fat spreads across the product as it cooks. iPinium recommends turning the fish over or raising the temperature to 250 degrees so that the fish colors nicely. The cooking time is nearly halved when using iPinium. You can also use much less fat than when cooking on a traditional frying plate, often as much as a 75% saving. Hamburger steaks, Salisbury steaks. With iPinium, you save a great amount of time compared to when you use a traditional frying plate. 300 hamburger steaks are cooked in 8 minutes in one oven. Watch our example clip on the website. Use little or no cooking fat. Significantly decreased cleaning time. iPinium recommends 1.5 tablespoon potato flour per kilogram minced meat for improved form and maintained moistness. Pre-cooked hamburger steaks, Salisbury steaks. The cooking time for finished or semi-manufactured products is significantly reduced compared to when cooking traditionally. Place food as you usually do when using iPinium. Use little or no cooking fat. Cooking time can be reduced by about 75%. Significantly decreased cleaning time. Batter pudding, oven pancake. iPinium's swift heat transfer prevents layering and uneven cooking. Common stainless steel containers conduct heat so poorly that the result is often uneven with a doughy texture at the bottom of the dish and a layer of batter on top. For optimal results, iPinium recommends that you add about 10% more eggs than what the recipe indicates. Reheating pancakes. Spread the pancakes as you usually would. Heat the pancakes at 230 degrees centigrade for about 14 to 16 minutes, instead of at 145 degrees centigrade for about 35 minutes. Cooking time is halved with iPinium.